yes, we can. All right, now inside this we do have a method which is called get profile, and if you want to pick through the method, quickly do it just like this. And we have previously seen that it gets called from somewhere as we do initialization of our data. So it does get called, so it has this value. So it would retrieve value from local storage, as you can see, user profile key. All right, so we have this user information, and profile dot is empty or is empty, which means it is not empty. So in that case, you want to get user profile. So here we do user login response entity, this one, and we'll call it user data, user login response entity dot from JSON method, and inside this we do JSON decode, because whatever is coming, that is a string, and we want to convert it to an object, so that's why we do that profile. And let's see, okay, great. And then we want to update our state dot head detail dot value, and here user data. So with this we update our user information, whatever the user has. All right, now we need to find a way to call this from somewhere, and let's see, maybe we could do like this. This is better. Yeah, so we need to call it from somewhere like this. So here we do at override, and then we'll call void on init method. So as long as we click on this page and controller, this is the thing that should get called. And here we'll have async, well, I think first we can call super.onInit, and after that async load data. So with this we'd be loading all the user data as possible. And yeah, now we need to, let's see, so where's our bindings? So we just copy this actually, and then we can come to profiles binding, this one. Let's come over here, and here we'll call it profile binding and profile controller. Let's copy this and put it here, and let's import the dependencies. So here we would call import package. The first one is get, and then the controller itself. Okay, great. And now here we need to have this index. Now it's empty, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy everything from here, and then I'm going to put everything here. This stays the same here, just call it profile. All right, okay, the view is not there yet, so this is the bindings. Okay, we are done with bindings, so we can close this, and then we should go to our application page. Well, before we even do that, actually we need a view over here. So here let's create a stateless class first, and a profile page, we'll just call it like this, and import whatever we need, and here import package get, because here we do get view, and then profile controller, this one, and error should be gone. Now we need to unlock our route, so let's come to our route over here, and remember we had this this one. So here we'll come over here, and then let's see, me binding. Okay, now here it is a profile page. Actually I changed the name, and here profile binding, and I think at the top let's go ahead and import that. So here we're gonna copy this and put it here, and instead of pages here we'll call it profile, and the error's gone. Now this is our, let's see, profile. Okay, binding. So everything is okay over here if you want to see it like this. Okay. Alright, so some of them I guess wants const, so let's add const this way it looks better. Otherwise this wiggly red yellow line is very annoying, I guess. I find it annoying. Alright, okay, so these are the pages we have for now, and there are some of the things that we need to do later, and we'll be able to do that, don't worry. So now here we don't need this one, so that was the bindings for sign in. So here we have, and now after this we can simply come to over here and inside this view, not really this view, actually I want to go to application view. Now here, over here, let's just remove this. Remove everything from here. Okay, so here we'll call profile page. All right, and let's import it. Okay, great. And well, we do have some unnecessary files, so let's remove that. And here it did say that remove unused. Well, I don't know what is this, and for now I don't want to care about it. So let's go ahead and restart everything. So this is the one that got restarted, and let's click on this. Well, we don't see anything. Okay, so if we come over here, let's see if our controllers, well, I'm going to close one of this, so this one actually, terminate, and let's restart one more time. Okay, so controllers has been created. Here we are, contact controller, and then we don't see that me controller has been created. Now it's not creating because it's on the tab, so we remember over here for tab itself we reload everything when we go to our home page, so I mean application page, which is our dashboard. Now here let's change it to profile controller and do the same over here, and let's import it. Okay, great. And now let's restart one more time. So yes, these are the things that's been created. That's the contact controller, and this is over here. But there could be another reason that it's not working yet. That's because the view is if we come over here actually for controller, let's see, no, I mean for profile over here actually we don't have anything, so for now, so it could be the reason that it's not responding to any changes. But let's go ahead and work on the UI and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, or maybe I have missed somewhere to inject it, but it's okay, it's all about injecting. Now as we work on this UI, actually before even we start to work on this UI, we need to do one thing. Say like here, as you see, we have this state, so me state, so we want to update this list, rx lex. So before we go ahead and work on this this UI over here, we need to update this rx list with the new value. So as we said earlier, that me item list is just a simple user model class that deals with me. Me means your name, things like that. Okay, so it's more about user profile over here. Now we need to update this. Now to be able to update it over here inside this onInit function, we will first declare an array, a list of items. So here we'll come down, and here we have this list of items. Here we have some links. Now we want to update this list over here using this list and the values itself, and actually it's pretty easy. Now how to do that? First we'll make a loop, and we'll go through the loop, and then here my list dot length, and then I plus, and inside this here first we'll create a list item object over here, and we'll call it result and list item object. All right, so this is once again creating an object over here based on this model class. Now here what we'll do, so here we'll do result dot icon. Now we do have an icon. Now we're gonna update the icon, so here we do my list, the one that we have, and we'll access the first one, and then inside this we'll grab the icon property. Now once again, so icon would refer to this one, so you're accessing icon from this list, and we'll do the same for others. So result dot name, and here my list once again, and then here name. Result dot over here we could do route, and my list I dot here route. Yeah, so these three fields have been updated, and after that we can update our RX list. So we are going to add to this, right? So now we'll come over here, and inside this here we would do like this. We do state dot message list, this one message list item add, and would add the result to it, and that's it. That's as simple as this. When this one gets loaded, so this loop would run and it would execute this list, and then this loop would run, and then the state list would get updated with this value over here. So that's beautiful. Now we need to come to our UI over here, and inside UI actually we need to start coding. Well, the first thing we want to do over here, first to build an app bar, and we'll see how it goes. So here we'll call it app bar and build app bar just like this all the time. Now inside this here we'll return transparent app bar, and that's it. And over here we're gonna import it. Now inside this we'll have title, text, and here we'll do profile. Now here we'd have style, text style, and then here we do color, and app colors dot primary background color. This one, font size, here we do 18.sp, and font weight dot w600. And over here let's go ahead and import package this one, and we are good to go. And we're gonna remove this. So first we'll have scaffold, and then app bar, and here we'll call build app bar. Now let's restart our app, and let's see which simulator we have over here, and it looks like it should be the other one over here. And then we'll come over here, and let's save it and see how it looks like. Yeah, so app bar is already showing up. That's great. And the result we actually want to have is like this. So if you see, okay, let me take out my other, so it should be like this. If you come over here, so that's profile, and then we'll have our name and user ID, and then things like that. Okay, So now we need to work on this section. All right, section would be a widget, and well, not really. Okay, let us take a look. Actually, this would be a little later, so first we're gonna work on this and then we'll call this one. So the name would be called me widget, and we'll call it me item, and then me list item, and then we'll call it item. So this is the widget that would be calling. As we call, we're gonna pass the value to it, like the one you see already, me item list. Now inside this we're gonna return a container, and inside this we'll have height, and height 56.w over here, and then we'll have color, app colors dot primary background color, and here we'll have margin edge insets dot only, and bottom. So we'll have this one, and after that we'll have padding over here, and here we'll call it inkwell, sorry, not this one, add insets only, and then we'll have top 0.w, left 15.w, right 15.w, and then child, here we'll have inkwell, and then inside this we'll have on tap. All right, now for now we'll keep on tap empty. We don't have any. Well, a little later we'll also over here work on logout button. All right, but we don't have the button yet, so we'll skip that part. And now here we'll have child, and inside child we'll have row, and inside row we'll have children, and the first one would be also a row, and then we'll have children. So that would be more like row inside a row. In this row these are gonna be together, and then another row where we'll have this one and empty space, things like that. Anyway, so now let's go ahead and work on this. So the first one would well, over here actually we can also set up the properties, main axis alignment dot space between, and cross axis alignment dot center. All right, now over here inside this we'll have a container, and then here we'll have height, and height would be 56.w, and then here we'll have child, and then we'll have image, and then we'll have image and asset image over here. Now asset image here would use item dot icon, this one. If this is exist, then we'll use this one, otherwise we don't use anything. That's what it tells it here. And after this here we'll have width. Now here we do 40.h, and then height 40.w. all right, now actually we can go ahead and call this me item widget, so we can do it, and so that as we do we'll see the result reflects. So for this one we'll come over here, body, and inside this we'll have well, let's go ahead and do obx, because we also need part of dynamic things. And here we'll do custom scroll view, and inside this we'll have sliver, and inside the sliver we'll have say sliver padding. So let's do sliver padding, this one, and inside this first we'll set up padding. So we do edge insets dot symmetric, and inside this we'll have vertical 0.w, and horizontal 0.w. all right, great. And after this right inside this over here we'll have another property which is called sliver, and sliver child builder delegate, this one, and we already know that. So here we'll have context as well as index, and after this, just like all the time over here, we're gonna do this one. So we do var item equal controller.state.milList, and here we'll pass the index to it, and then we'll just simply return me item. That's all. And over here we pass item, and we are good to go. And let's see, we still have error. The reason is, okay, we shouldn't set it like this, so we're gonna cut this, and then here we'll have sliver list, actually sliver list, and inside the sliver list we'll have delegate, and inside the delegate we'll have this section. And now the error is gone, and after this we can save it. And we do have a bit of issues over here, so right after this let's work on the child count. So child count, and here we do controller.state.milList item.length. Okay, and now hopefully the error should be gone, and these are the things that we wanted to see. Beautiful. And now everything is coming from the list that we have created earlier. So that was the first container, and this is what we see over here. And then we'll have another container for name itself. So right after this we'll have name, and we'll set up like child over here, and then we'll do text. Now inside this we'll have item.name. I think if we have item and name, we're going to use that. All right, so as we see that it's already showed up, and inside this we can do style and text style, and then color. So here we do app colors dot third element, this one, and font size, font weight. Okay, let's do font weight first, then W, and font size 15.sp. all right, now let's save it, and it looks like this. And over here definitely we could set up a margin and add inserts only, margin add inserts dot only, and on the left side we could do 14.w, and let's see the result, and it already looks much better. Now on the right side actually we want to show an arrow, so for this reason right after this actually here we could do another row, and inside the row we'll have children, and then we'll have container, and over here we're gonna do child, and then image, and image we'll do asset image, and inside our assets folder we know that we have assets icon ang.png, this one. So let's go ahead and save it, and we already see it's there, but it's a little big, so we're gonna work on this, and height 15.w, and it should look much better right now. And here there's an alignment property. I think we could do that, and alignment dot center. Okay, anyway, so with this we are done, and let's see if we can set up other properties. Main axis alignment dot end, make sure that it's at the end, and cross axis alignment, which is vertically, cross axis alignment dot center. All right, okay, great. So with this we are done over here, and but we do have this thing, so we need to work on this one as well. Now to be able to work on this we need to come over here inside this sliver, and we have a sliver padding, as you can see. So that's the first one, but actually at the top we can create another one, because slivers takes a lot of sliver paddings. So we're gonna use this, and well, padding, for padding we would once again add insets, and then we do symmetric, and let's see, you would do vertical and 0w, and horizontal 0w. All right, and we need a comma, otherwise we'll get an error. So right after this, over here we could do another sliver, and here we do sliver to box it up to this one. Now I have a tutorial for this. What is this? So go ahead and check that. Now inside this we'll have child, and child would do like this: controller state dot head detail, and then we'll get the value. If the value is null, which means user, we couldn't get any information about user, then it would be, if it's null, then we'll just show empty container. Otherwise, here head item, this one, and here we'd use controller dot state dot head detail dot value. Now this doesn't exist, so we need to go ahead and create one. So we'll come over here inside this profile, and then over here we'll create a directory and we'll call it widgets, and inside this we'll create a new file and we'll call it head item.dart. Now inside this we are going to create just simply a function, and the return type would be widget, and we'll call it head item, and inside this we're gonna return a container, and then we should be good to go. And let's see. All right, now over here we would do user login response entity, this one, and we'll create an object from it and we'll call it item. Now let's go ahead and import this. The error should be gone, and let's see. I guess here we need to do it's not null, and the error is gone, and here we are. Well, we don't have any changes for now, so we need to make the changes. The first thing we want to do over here, inside this we want to do decoration and box decoration, and that reason because we are going to have this shadow, so that's why box decoration is important. Now inside this we do color, and here we do colors dot white, and then we'll do border radius, and here we do border radius dot circular, and then 0 everywhere. And let's go ahead and import it. Now right after this, here we do box shadow and const, and here inside we'll color. You do fcolors dot tab cells separator. This is the color that we are going to use, and here we'll have offset and offset 0.0 and 5.0. And after that, over here, blur radius and 15.0 and spread radius 1.0. Now I have also other tutorial where I explained how to create blur radius, box shadow with this kind of blurry effect. You should check that out because I have done that in detail. Now inside this, well, box shadow is pretty much done, and right after this over here we could do padding. Let's see. Well, we have to do it, looks like over here, padding, and then here edge insets only, and here we'll have top 30.w, left 50.w, right 50.w, and bottom 15.w. Now let's go ahead and import package, this one, and the error should be gone. And right over here we do margin and edge insets only, and then here we'll have bottom 30.w. Well, no, it's still not visible because we don't have any content. Well, you see already it showed up a little bit over here, and not bad, but as we work on it there would be more content. All right, so now this is the child, we need a child, so here we'll have a child, and inside this we'll have column definitely, and then we'll have children. And first one, if you see how we're going to do it, so this would be a row, this would be another row, and inside the row we'll have a column like that. So that's how we are going to do it. So first here we'll have row, and then inside this we'll have children, and here we'll have inkwell, and for now we'll have on tap event, but this should be empty. And right after this we'll have child, and here we'd use a sized box, and then width 54.w and height 54.w. And right after this we'll have child again, and here we'd use net image cached, this one, and inside this we need to pass our image link actually, and then we should be good to go. Now what is our image link? Image link would be coming from item.photo URL. If it is not empty, then use that one. That's the idea. And then width 54.w and height 54.w. Now let's go ahead and save it, and we should be supposed to see, yes, so that's what we see over here. Now this net cast image, as you can see, it's a widget, so go ahead and check, but actually this widget internally use cached network image, so they're the same thing. All right, and over here maybe we could set up some of the properties that should help us. So here we do main axis alignment dot start, and then here cross axis alignment dot start. So now let's go ahead and save it. All right, now that was the first row, and then after this actually here we could do sized box, and inside this we can have width 250.w, and then we'll have child, and then we'll have row, and then we'll have children, and inside this we'll have first container, and here we'll have width, so we'll do 190, and then here we'll have height and 54.w. all right, and then we'll have child over here. Let's see, child, and then we'll have column, and inside this we'll have children, and the first one we want to show there is our text. Now the text itself would be item.display name. If it is empty, then use empty string, otherwise we should use the name that is there. Now, well, it looks like it's still not visible, so let's save it. Okay, the name is there, I guess. Now we need to work on some other properties that is being weird. Okay, now let's do cross axis alignment, and the cross axis alignment dot start. All right, so looks like we still have a bit of issues here, and inside this, okay, let's come inside this, and then let's do padding, add insets dot only, and the top would do .5, left here we would do say 15.w, right 0.w, and bottom 0.w. And here let's do alignment, and alignment dot center left. Okay, well, now it came down a little bit. Now let's come inside this column, and here we do cross axis alignment dot start. Let's say that. Okay, nothing changed so far. let's see over here inside this column, and what we could do. So here we do main axis alignment dot start. All right, and the cross axis alignment dot center. Okay, it looks like we don't have any changes though. Let's see, do we have any changes? All right, so let's work on this, and as we work on this, maybe we would be able to find the problem. So here text overflow dot clip, if it is too long then we're gonna clip it, and then here would use a style and the text style. Now here font family, okay, we're gonna go ahead with font size 15.sp, font weight and font weight dot bold, and font family here Avener, this one, and then here we do color app colors dot third element, this one. Let's save it. Yes, it changed a little bit. Let's go ahead and show our access ID. Now for this one, I'm just gonna copy this, and right after this I'm gonna put it here. Now instead of this one over here, we could do item dot access token, actually this one. Let's save it. Yes, we do have a bit of overflow. Of course, this is over here is causing the problem, and we need to fix that. Before that, let's solve this one. It's changed, and we can just cut this, and over here simply we could do like this, ID, and we can put it like this, and now it looks better. And over here font weight, we just want normal, and the third element text could work better. Yeah, so now it looks better. Let's check why we see this one like this. So this is a sized box. Now this is a column. The issue is, let's cut this one, and let's come inside this row, and right after this actually we can put it here, and no, let's save it, and we see that it just worked right now. Great. So yeah, with this it's working. So one thing for now we want to work on this is this logout button, and then for now we'd be done with this tutorial. So let's work on this logout button. Now the logout button, actually we want to work on this untap event over here. Even before we do that, we need to come to our controller over here, and inside this controller we need to create a logout method. Now here we'll first create a method, and which would be future void type, and we'll call it onLogout, and inside this here we do user store dot to dot on logout. So it already has a method of logging out, and then over here we would do like this, await, and here Google sign in object, the one that we had early, this one, Google sign in, Google, let's see, yes, this one. So let's call this one Google sign in. Now here we would call sign out this one. Great. And I guess we need to import this async. That should be gone. And if we do that, then we can ask user to of all named, of all and to named, remove everything, and then go to app routes dot sign in, app routes dot sign in, this one. So we're going to ask user to sign in again. So this would remove every routes from the stack, and then we'd be able to go ahead and sign in. Now, okay, now after this, I think we should come to this view actually, not the other one. And inside this one over here, so we need to do a conditional check over here. So we check if item, so we are sending item, right? If item dot route equal logout, if we press any of this route, and then here we'll call controller dot onlogout. Okay, great. Now with this we'd be able to log out. Now this route is actually here, if you see. Now each of them, they have a route, right? Account, chat, notification, privacy, help, about, logout. So for now we're just checking on this one. From this view, one of the conditions is met, then we go ahead and log out. It's beautiful. So this is, here we are right now, and this is our contact page, and now this is my person or profile page, which should be. If you click on this, it logged you out, and this one took you to the sign-in page. Now you can click on this and you can sign in one more time, and that's beautiful. All right. Okay, well, that's great. So with this, we are done with this chatting section for now. Hopefully it'll have part 2. In part 2, we'll implement notification. Thank you.